Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. So in this video, we will sketch the graph of square root function. So you have square root over here, and then after sketching, you need to state the domain and also range of the function. There is a use of hence over here, meaning that you need to find the domain and range based on the graph that you have sketched. Okay, so I have basic shape over here. So we have 4 basic shapes altogether, and then I have steps on the right. So we have 4 steps that we need to follow. Okay, so without further ado, let's sketch our graph. So the first step is S. Okay, so S stands for the shape of your graph. Right, so how do we know the shape of our graph? So let's just take a look at your square root function up here. This one. Okay, so take a look at the number or the sign that you have in front of your x. So in front of our x over here, we have 3. So 3 is a positive number, means that x is positive. Okay, so in front of x, we see it as the sign or the symbol for x. So x kita adalah positive. And then for in front of the square root function, so you see the square root sign. So in front of the square root sign, that one stands for your y symbol. Okay, so our y is positive, right? So why is it important for us to know the sign for x and also for y? Because we want to know what shape is this function going to follow. So for x positive and y positive, it's for this one, meaning that our basic shape is gonna be like this. Okay, so just do a small axis like this, small axis, and then it's going from here, from origin, going to the right, above right, like this. Okay, so this one is for x positive as well as y positive. Okay, settle. And then the second step is for intercept. So for x-intercept first, x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. Right, so we will have 0 is equal to square root of 3x minus 6 minus 4. Okay, and then I will bring the 4 to the right, to the left. So we have 4 is equal to square root 3x minus 6, like this. Okay, and then to eliminate the square root, I will put square at both sides. So we have 16 is equal to 3x minus 6. Okay, and then just rearrange, so you will have 3x is equal to 22. And then x is equal to 22 over 3. Settle. Okay, and then moving on to y-intercept. Y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So we will have y is equal to square root of 0 minus 6 minus 4. Okay, as you can see over here, you will have a negative number inside your square root, which is you will have negative 6. So negative 6 means that you cannot calculate, it's undefined. So negative cannot be inside a square root. So it means that you will have no y-intercept. Right, so just write a note over here, no y-intercept. Or you can just write none, N-O-N-E. Okay, settle. Right, and then moving on to our next step. So we need to find the starting point. So I will write SP as the abbreviation for starting point. So we have x and also y coordinate. So how do we find the x coordinate? It's simple. So you just need to take the one that is inside your square root. Okay, inside your square root over here, you equate it equal to 0. Means that we have 3x minus 6, we do it equal to 0. So we have 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. And then 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 2. Okay, so that is our value of x. And then for value of y, it's very straightforward. You just need to take the one that located behind or in front of your square root. Okay, so you see over here, this is your square root. Okay, and then the one that is behind the square root is negative 4. So this negative 4 is going to be your y coordinate. So just write negative 4 over here. Okay, and then just sketch your graph. The last step is sketching graph. Okay, so we will do an x-axis with label as well as your y-axis with label, and then 0 at the origin. Okay, you need to label all these three. Right, and then we first locate our starting point. So our starting point is at 2, -4. So 2, -4, 2 is here, -4 is somewhere down here. Okay, means that it's over here. So let's just move our graph a bit like this. Okay, so -2 is over here, and then -4 is over here. Okay, so we know that our graph will start from here. Okay, so do a dense circle like this, right? And then you know the shape is like this. Okay, so means that it's going that way. So our graph will be like this. Okay, so it needs to be a little curve, not straight line. It needs to be curved. So and then label your x-intercept. This one is 22/3. Okay, so that's it for your graph. And then let's find the domain and also range. So domain for our graph, it starts from the left to the right. So the most left point in your graph is this one. Means that it starts at 2 and then it goes to the right. So meaning that it will go all the way to positive infinity. So our domain is 2 included to positive infinity. So why it's included? Because there is color over here. It's a dense circle, not an empty circle. And then for range, okay, so range is for the value of y interval. So it's from below going up. Okay, so the lowest point in our graph is over here. Means that it starts from -4 and then it can go all the way up here because your graph will go all the way over there. So it's from -4 also included up until infinity. Right, so that's it for this graph. Bye bye.